Greasy Burrito, flying with Craig, air sickness, and throwing up about 10 times. I went with my cousin flying. He flies for the state of Utah, and we were flying with a biologist or a game warden. And their problem that they were having was people were getting into an area on their four-wheelers and messing up the dirt roads in the spring, and they were finding all the deer antlers and the elk antlers. So anyway, we're flying over this area over by Vernal, and we see there's a guy on a four-wheeler down below. There's a few other trucks, and we noticed that more than likely this guy might be poaching or he's storing up the antlers before he's going out, and he's finding them and putting them in little spots so that other people can't find them. And he's hoarding them so he can get all the antlers before it's allowed, before that type of activity is allowed to happen. So anyway, we started flying around in this big gigantic circle of about a half mile. It just kept flying over and over, and I was in the back seat and they were in the front. And oh my heck, I started getting sick. I started getting so sick I got flight sickness. And they're watching this guy, and they're watching for him, and they're waiting for the rangers or the game wardens to come in and drive into the area so they could at least check this guy out and arrest him, or whatever he's doing, check him out. So we had to fly over and over and over. And I imagine we flew, God, I don't know, man. It feels like we flew over that guy for probably 30 minutes to an hour and just circled, big circles. And I was so sick. I was back there just puking, just throwing up. That's the first time I'd really gotten bad air sick. Anyway, my cousin, who's the pilot, he looks back to me and goes, hey, what do you want for lunch today? Should we go get a greasy burrito? I'm like, you sucker, you make me mad. Anyway, we went and got something to eat, but it didn't go down very well. But we're flying, and I'm totally air sick. And he looks back at me and sees me throwing up. And he knows I'm throwing up for the last half hour. And he goes, hey, I'll bet I threw up 10 or 15 times at least. And he says, oh, you want a greasy burrito for lunch? And we laughed, and we did go get something for dinner after that.